Thank you so much for joining us today, Ian. Of course, this is a period where you sold some assets, but overall, you talk about core business, FNB, of course, FNB banking division and OUTsurance are both delivering solid profits. If you could just give us a broad view on the period, the year that was for FNB. OUTsurance are both delivering solid profits.
Yes, sure. If we look at our normalized headline earnings, it was up 15%, which we very encouraged with. Obviously, as you mentioned, the pressures that we did face through a margin squeeze. What was very positive was our growth in volumes, which were up 20% year on year, and our non-interest revenue was up 23%. Which allowed us to report these numbers against only an increase of 6% in net interest income.
Yeah. When it comes to the net interest margin being squeezed as a result of lower interest rates and, of course, now falling interest rates, we just saw the recent 50 basis point cut. What kind of interest income, net interest income, are you looking at for 2013? Are you able to kind of forecast any number making 889 million Namibian dollars during this year?
Yes, certainly we've got very aggressive budgets going forward into next year. Essentially, we're looking to significantly grow our advances, and the target for that is in certainly the high level areas at roughly just over 20%. And that should see significant growth in the net interest line, notwithstanding the recent cut that we have had. Obviously, it does have a negative impact, and we will certainly manage that as best we can.
So, of course, increasing numbers to make up for the loss in individual profitability. Tell us about how many new customers you were able to bring on board during this period into FNB, because we know FNB in South Africa has been on a very aggressive marketing drive, and that is been paying dividends.
Yes, indeed. Active account base, which really is the ones that bring in the revenue, was up 16% year on year, which is very encouraging. And as I mentioned previously, our volume growth was 20%, and that is key to our success. We are under pressure from the regulator to moderate and reduce bank charges, and thus the volumes give us the increases that we're looking for, and we'll continue to drive that in the coming year. We have a number of projects in the pipeline, a number of new products that we will launch, and we will certainly continue in our efforts to promote the electronic banking channels, which saw some significant increases during this past 12-month period.
Thank you so much for joining us today, the CEO of FNB Namibia, breaking down the numbers, of course, joining us from our NBC studios.